for choosing healthy activities and methods promoting safety. This program is an anti-drug, anti-violence program that our Sheriff Brown decided to bring here to the Newton County Sheriff's, to the Newton County School Districts and be taught to all fifth graders going through the Newton County schools. The Georgia Sheriff's Association is the one who actually started this program. And they knew that it was needed because our kids are being introduced to drugs at a very young age. And the earlier that we can stop them from even thinking about doing any drugs, such as tobacco, marijuana, cocaine, methamphetamine, and one of the biggest ones, alcohol. Our children they see, and what they see is what they think that they need to do, not realizing the age level. And what age is it that you can drink alcohol? 21, or purchase alcohol, and they know now the things and the essence of what it can do to your mind, what it can do to your nervous system. What we want the kids to know is they have a mind of their own. They need to know that it's up to them. I spoke to them and told them that yes, you might have adults or friends or cousins or people in the neighborhood that are doing things that you know is wrong to do. But it's up to you to choose what you want to do as you're growing up. You have a right to say no at any point in time that you feel something is making you feel uncomfortable. I've also talked to the kids about internet safety. Internet safety is a big, big, big subject now because we're giving our children electronics, we're giving them Xboxes, PlayStations, and yes, parents, when you take those phones away, yes, they can still get onto the internet, so make sure you know that. When we're giving them these iPhones and all these different gadgets, understand that you need to make sure that you're aware of what they're doing on these. We have children that are talking to strangers. We've spoken to them about stranger dangers that's in public. But understand that there are stranger dangers still on our phones, that people are lurking behind the scenes that are trying to affect our children and affect their education and their growing up experience. It's up to us to make that change and make sure that we take charge and make sure that we cover these children and protect them with as much as possible. With that being said, we also talk to the children about peer pressure. Peer pressure is a subject that is big because to do these drugs and to get involved in violence and all these other subjects that I spoke about, peer pressure is one of the main things. They want friends. That's one of the biggest things that at this age you want. You don't want to be alone. You want to be liked. So we have to build self-worth. We have to let our kids know self-confidence and know that they are worthy. They have to look in the mirror and know self-love. Know that you love yourself, right? And Deputy Young told you, you are the greatest thing. I am. I told him, pop your collar in the morning when you wake up and you're looking good and fresh and you come to school. And you know that you don't have to be like anyone else because you love yourself. And you are what's going to let everybody know, follow my swag, right, kids? Right? But that's what Deputy Young told you. So understand, parents, that we have to boost our children every single day. Even when they're having a bad day, you boost them. When they're having a good day, you boost them. But this is what's going to break through and make them make it through wherever they need to be. All right, and make them succeed in life. So these things were taught to them. I also talked to them about bullying, parents. And bullying, I always speak about because that involves fighting. I spoke to them about keeping their hands to themselves and what is their most powerful weapon. What is your most powerful weapon? Your mind. Say it again. Your mind. Okay, so your most powerful weapon is your mind. It's not your fist. I spoke to them about assaults. I spoke to them about afraid. And these are the things that's going to happen in middle school if we don't let them know that. You can speak out whatever is going on without having to put your hands on someone. A lot of the children say, well, my mom and my dad said I can't let nobody hit me. I got to hit them back. Speak to them about what you mean when you say that, taking up for themselves. Because letting them think that, okay, if someone hits them, they have to automatically hit them back when a teacher or a social worker or a principal or someone is in reach that can speak to this child and can stop all this violence in schools is a big part of letting them know how to deal with anger management. So please speak to your children about that.
This is the future. Believe it or not, these kids are someone was just like you and I. Just like someone like you and I. And they're looking for a future. Some of us didn't have what these kids are having today. Guardians and all type of tools to go in their tool chest. So we're going to give them the cutting edge and make sure that they have every tool necessary to live out their perfect lives. As Ronald Sams, is it Ronald? Ronald Sam's his essay this morning. Want to thank Ronald for his essay. Sure, we want to put more emphasis on education, educating our kids, educating our youth. We want to put more emphasis on that rather than incarceration. Most often departments, all they do is concentrate on incarceration. We focus on educating our community, educating our youth, because we know the greatest investment is in the community, in education. The greatest investment is to ensure that each and every one of our residents, and most important, our fifth graders and all of our kids have what they need in life to make sure they have what we say, that perfect life. We realize it may not be completely perfect, but I believe that each and every last one of you are going to grow up and be the greatest adult in Newton County. We have graduated more than 16,000 fifth graders. Now, what you have witnessed here this morning, could you imagine 16,000 fifth graders who have gone through this program and who will be, and some are even high school students today. But could you imagine in a few years when they become parents and they're teaching their kids? Could you imagine 40,000 fifth graders, 50,000 fifth graders who are teaching their kids the very same thing they learn, and they have the tools that is necessary to make good choices? As one said earlier, it's all about staying away, and it's all about making decisions. So Deputy Young, we believe that you poured all of the tools necessary in these fifth graders to make sure that they have all the tools that are necessary in life. Now, how many of you want to be an NBA star? You want to be a what? Oh, she had her hand up. Okay. Now, all of you should say, I want to be an NBA star. Because the NBA stars that I am looking for is not Kobe Bryant. No. No, not LeBron James. LeBron James. No. I'm looking at NBA stars like all of these stars here. And I'm going around in the room. All of these stars here. All of you should want to be NBA stars. And that is to never be arrested. How about that? Those are the NBA stars that I'm looking for. So how many of you want to be an NBA star? All of you. That's right. Right. And let me share one other thing I want some of you to do. All right? Now, as you travel through your high school, junior and high school, I'm also looking for another NBA star. Try not to never be absent, okay? Never be absent. Again, thank you so much, and may God bless each and every last one of you. Parents, thank you for coming out today. Each and every last one of you. Parents, each and every last one of you. Parents.